What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is not another damn podcast presented by our damn selves. 186, right, kid?
That's the 186.
Yeah. Shout out Jazz, creator of J-Scope, first fitness build, ladies, that covers the entire midsection, provides 100% comfort during your workout. You know she does it. Mm-hmm. So, you got anything to kick it off with, or you want to just get right into it?
We can get right into it.
Yeah, well, got to kick it off on a sad note. Rest in peace, cousin David McGhee.
Junior.
Yeah, we lost him during the week.
Yeah, during the week, unexpectedly. So
yeah, still not sure. I still don't have all the details on what happened with David, right. But it's a big loss. Yeah, and what's I can give a little insight now of a little inside look to our family. He's the first one from our generation of cousins to die. So it makes it real when you start thinking about it like that. Yeah, because most of the deaths were our parents' generation, like this, like now we got our generation. So it's like it makes you think.
It affects you differently because, when our uncles pass, it's like, yes, okay, our uncles pass, and very sad.
Or grandparents,
grandparents,
This one hits differently because, he's the first one of the cousins,
the cousins,
our parents' kids, he's the first one from our generation to and still don't know, like I said, exactly what happened. I don't know if it was COVID or we really don't know, but
yeah, we don't know. And then, because he was the second oldest grandchild, I want to say. Yeah, he was the second oldest grandchild in the family.
We're on the young end, by the way.
We are. I'm the second youngest.
The second youngest.
Yeah,
the fifth youngest, something like that.
Right, we're on the other end.
Yeah, and there's a lot of us because there was 8 of them. My aunts and uncles, they had 8 of them, and they all had multiple children. Multiple children. So there's a lot of cousins. Yeah, so.
30 of us. Yeah, something like that. It's a lot of us. There's a lot of us.
So we're on the back end of that.
Yeah, because our mom was the second youngest, so she was on the younger end.
All her kids, will be on the young end for the most
part. On the younger
end.
Except
for Kareem, he's old.
But we've talked about David before on the podcast because, we were saying, he was a very funny, very irritating guy. I loved his Facebook posts.
I'll put it like that. And he wasn't always funny. He wasn't.
Some of his shit would be hilarious. It would be having me dying laughing because, the way that he would just, call out people's, bullshit on things, I would be cracking up laughing. Because he didn't pull no punches. He wasn't for the shit. He wasn't. Mm-hmm. He wasn't for the shit. He told you how it is. And sometimes, I said, you may be you may feel like
call out your bullshit, and that's when it wasn't so funny. Yeah.
And then but he was always across the board. He called out bullshit when he saw it, and his stuff would be off the chain. It would be hilarious, some of his shit. And I'm gonna miss those posts, those conversations, because we would have some good Facebook talks, some good Facebook debates. We would have some good.
I'm looking at me and him exchanged some DMs. I'm sharing this for the first time on November 21st.
Aww.
We were talking about politics and all of that because I can admit me and him have very similar views, especially when it comes to the Democratic Party.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just as shitty as the Republicans. A lot of black people don't.
Pandering.
Me and him, we had a good, nice exchange back and forth as far as with that kind of nonsense. So I have my DMs. I won't read them right here because
it's personal, right?
Some of them are personal, a little controversial too. So,
but it's good to have those. I'm sure that I think I have some Facebook. If I go in my Facebook inbox, I probably have some from him that he sent with me. So it's just seeing those things that that you can kind of smile because when you lose somebody like that, it's just it doesn't feel real, but it's when you look at stuff.
As soon as I heard that we lost him, that's the first thing I said. I just had that a few weeks ago we had the back and forth, and
the DMs,
the DMs. It's like, and we agreed on a lot of shit. Like, well, shit, we didn't want to talk about on Facebook, but
right.
As fellas, it's like, so we might not necessarily want to have this conversation in public, but we want to have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one that I think about, it's like a meme that was going around about which one is does not disrespect the flag, and the only one that was on that didn't disrespect the flag was Colin Kaepernick kneeling, and they had all these other things that people do all the time, and it's like, but technically, if you look at the flag code, that actually violates the flag code. Mm-hmm. That violates, like, kneeling does not violate the flag code. It doesn't.
Because David was a veteran, so that's one thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He is a career veteran, not a dishonorably discharged veteran.
No, he did a whole career because he left in like 1978 or something like that.
That's the thing with David, like we really didn't know him as children. I know him more from Facebook because because he left Chicago, like I said, in like the late 70s. So.
In 1978, he went to the service. I wasn't born until the 80s, so and you were very young.
That shit, so you
were a baby, so it's like
I remember that,
right? It's like we don't, but we reconnected like some years back when his father passed away, Uncle David. When he passed, we like I got to like connect with him at the funeral, and I remember I said to him, I was like, I know you're my cousin, but I'm sorry I don't know you. I was like, I know you're my cousin, but I'm sorry I don't know you like that yet. And then we exchanged.
There's a lot of us. We have cousins we've never met before.
Yeah,
absolutely. There's a lot.
But we only met like one time, and then when you meet them,
I don't remember meeting some of them. Like some of them, I don't remember.
Like our oldest cousin, Lynn. Like I finally met her recently. I just met her last year. I literally just met her last year. So
I don't remember meeting Keith. That's David.
I don't know him.
Yeah, it's like we got cousins that I either never met or don't remember meeting.
Right.
I'm not sure if I ever met Keith. I don't know. Like, if I did, I don't remember.
And then we don't honestly know that much about Andre. We've only met him
like one time as an adult, maybe twice. I don't remember.
Times, right?
We hung out with him in Vegas one time. That's all.
Right. So it's like,
that was in passing. We didn't even hang out. We hung out like an hour or something. We didn't even hang out all that long. It's kind of in passing. We just said, "Oh, we in town. Let's hook up." Yeah.
Let's hook up.
We had a drink and then we bounced. That's what it was.
Right.
It's a lot of us. Yeah.
It's a lot of us. That's why that meme holds true.
Talked to Sheila in like 20 years while you bullshit.
Right. She was at the thing. She was at the picnic last year.
I don't remember.
She was at the picnic last year. She was.
She must not say hi to me, or maybe I just don't remember that shit. I don't know.
She was at the picnic last year.
I just forgot. Sheila, my bad. I'll leave it. Probably hung out with her and shit too. My bad.
It's the meme that's floating around Facebook that said, "It's really people out here that only have 3 cousins. I thought having 75 cousins was normal." Because there's people that
we just talking about the cousins on our mom's side. We didn't get to
our mom's side, not our dad's side.
It's a whole nother fucking show.
We probably got like 30 something on our dad's side first cousin. We probably got like 30 plus first cousins.
Mark and Malcolm, damn it.
Yeah, Thomas, man, woo!
M. Shindani, baby, let's go. Don't get me fired up.
Like it's a lot of them that we just don't know. I mean, it's our family is just really big, so it's like try to be around and trying to get to know everybody, and it's a lot. But that's why we have Facebook, and Facebook is a great tool. So
that's why our conversations we have about David, for example, is Facebook shit because we didn't grow up with him. So I talk about,
the thing about it is that if you see a memory that pops up like years down the line, like if a memory pops up in there, like he got to see me become a mother on Facebook. Like I said, we exchange information. Then, he started following my Facebook. I followed his Facebook. And then when I started having my babies, he gave me my congratulations. Your babies are beautiful, this and that. So, I mean, when those memories pop up, then I can look and I can see his comments that he left me. And then that can make you smile. Like when I look back on memories from Facebook and I see comments from people who have passed away, and then I see like their positive things. So that makes me smile because at least you have that saved away. You have it, in stone, basically. You have it there. But if you don't have like these pictures or these Snapchat these snapshots or these videos or anything like that, then it makes it hard to kind of preserve a memory.
The creepy shit is if somebody who died years ago, their page gets hacked, and then you get like a message from them. It's like,
yeah, oh my gosh, like
that happened with me with Wali Muhammad. I want to say rest in peace, radio legend, and I got it like maybe earlier this year sometime. I had a message from him. I was like what? He died like 2012. Like it was like a while ago. Like he's been dead a long time. Yeah, but it was creepy when I got that message. I was like, okay, obviously his page has been hacked.
Obviously,
and I looked, there was some kind of like advertisement, some shit.
Yeah.
Buy your such and such. Yeah. Or get sign up for DoorDash, something dumb like that. It's like,
I hate when people's pages get hacked. Like,
I probably realized it was an inactive page and then hacked it. I was like, it's inactive because he ain't no longer here. That happened.
I have a friend whose page I think got hacked. Like I said, he's still alive and everything, but
he's probably just not on Facebook.
He's probably just not on Facebook, and like it's like it keeps on sending these messages saying, if you want $1,200, reply me or whatever. It's like one of those things, and I'm like, like I want to like be like, do you not know that your page is hacked? But because it's like they just keep on sending out stuff, and it's like, and people are really like engaging. They're being like, me. It's like anything, like nothing is free. You can't be like, I want $1,200 and be like, it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. So don't fall for the scams this holiday season, because I've already gotten how many emails have I gotten? I've gotten emails from Netflix. I've gotten emails from PayPal. I've gotten emails from Amazon. I've gotten from Best Buy.
I got a PayPal email yesterday.
I got a PayPal on Friday, I want to say, and a Netflix on Friday. And I got like saying that I won like a Walmart gift card. I won a Best Buy gift card.
Funniest one's that Aldi fucking coupon is like,
that Aldi.
This is your timeline to get a free $100 credit. When does Aldi ever giving away shit?
Aldi doesn't. First of all, Aldi doesn't even use coupons. It's
and
Aldi.
They don't give shit away. Like Aldi don't give shit away.
It's Aldi.
So,
like you don't use coupons at Aldi. You don't. All discount. That's what the name of the store stands for. All discounts. So.
Share some link with you in your timeline and get a free $100. Yeah, they put the little thing on there like, while supplies last, we're only giving away like 500 of them. The ticker say like 478 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You're like, like I better get mine real quick. Yeah, they're almost out of them. Like
send.
Yeah, it's like in the 470s. Like what for the number?
The old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, usually it
probably is.
No one's going to give you anything that's free. Not like that. Not on those, not in that aspect. Like some stuff you can get for free. Like if it's like a reputable, like I know like every Wednesday the churches give, they do the food drives. That's what the churches, if you go by any church, like the Catholic church, about that, you go by, they do the food drives in Chicago on Wednesdays. So if you're driving to Chicago on Wednesday, go past the Catholic church.
Yeah, you probably
go past the Catholic church.
You see a line at most of them.
Yeah, if you are, between things and you need a little bit of extra assistance, then that's an option for you. I'm giving you guys some options where you can go to. And then if it's like a reputable organization that does like the drives, like I saw somebody do like the toy drives now because it's Christmas season. So like, they'll do the toy drives for the kids.
Shout out to homie Mike Streets. He did a bike drive. He bought bikes for like kids. It's like Mike Streets.
They'll do a coat drive. I've seen those.
Streets did one.
That's what I would love to participate in. I love to do a coat drive because it's just like, that's a thing that people don't like. We have really cold winters in Chicago. We do. So people don't really think about that a lot. And it's like a lot of people don't simply have the funds to get.
And winter coats aren't cheap.
A quality winter coat. They don't. So if you can like find, like, even if it's just like one of the bubble puffy coats, because like I saw they had like a sale at Sam's Club. Like they was like $20 a piece at Sam's Club. Like, if everybody like was able to like go and get like a $20 coat, like imagine like if 50 people donated a coat or 100 people donated it, what I mean? Then, and it was only $20 to do it. So,
hell, I want a coat that I didn't even want. Were you at the Christmas party when I got the Power 92 jacket on?
I was at Christmas party.
Give that away to somebody in the coat, right? The Osman's Power 92 jacket that he won during the Christmas party. Yeah, I still laugh at that one to this day. They were trying to hype it up. Whoa, you got the Power 92 jacket. I'm like, they had plane tickets, they had Bulls tickets, Bears tickets, all kinds of good shit. Yeah, gift cards, like $50 gift cards.
Somebody get a trip to Disney. Did somebody get some Disney?
I was Vegas. I want to say that. I think it was a trip to Vegas that they gave away.
I know you got something nice. It's like
it was Vegas.
Not saying that a coat isn't nice.
I got the Power coat.
It's practical.
Well, the following year, I did the opposite. I picked the smallest fucking package because I got picked again that next year. I said I picked the smallest pack because, like, unless it's the world's tiniest coat folded up in this envelope, then I got the Bulls tickets.
Yeah, it was Bulls tickets.
So I said I'm gonna pick the smallest package possible. Before I picked the biggest one, that's all I got set up. Yeah. So I said, unless it's a
Bulls. You was checking the pocket, like maybe it might be Bulls tickets in this pocket.
I did that same year when I got my Bulls tickets. They because Diana, who works for our Rockford station, she actually won the jacket. And I laughed. I was like, "Welcome to the team jacket," or whatever. And then she had like plane tickets to like Vegas in the pocket. I was like, probably because of my reaction is why they did that. I said, should I go check my jacket? Maybe it was some plane tickets in that one. He's like, nah, shit.
You got a zonk.
I got a zonk. Shout out Wayne Brady and shit.
Word.
Zonked my ass, yeah.
Which technically is a prize, but it's not a good prize, but it's
yeah, because zonks is a prize, yeah, but it's like, it's not a good prize, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like Stampy the elephant. That was a zonk prize, but Bart, being a kid, didn't get it, so he's like, I want my elephant. So
I want an elephant.
They gave him the freaking elephant.
Where's my elephant? Where's my
zonk?
Elephant?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're all over the freaking place.
I just said that. Oh my gosh.
But once again, rest in peace, David McGhee Jr. Yes. Gone way too soon.
Way too soon.
Definitely keeping all of my Auntie Odessa, first of all. Like, I know she got to be devastated. And our other cousins like Sheila, Sherry, Kenny, Kirk, all of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've reached out to most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've reached out with them. And, you know, I'm like, as a family, we just have to rally around each other. That's what we just have to do during this time. Like, so let's say, like, we joked about having a huge family, but that's the positive about having a huge family is that we can
support.
We can rally around one another. So you don't have to go at it alone. Like, you're not by yourself. So we can lean on one another.
Since we're being serious, let's talk about have you heard of the name Keontae Johnson? Did you hear about that?
The name sounds familiar.
It's a Florida University of Florida NCAA basketball. Florida basketball. Okay. He collapsed on the court. It was like creepy too. Like
I saw that.
Collapsed his head.
Not live.
And everything. Yeah.
I saw on the ticker where it said that he collapsed. I saw it go across the screen.
You watched the video?
I didn't. I did not.
I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's very disturbing. Yeah.
I can't.
His like head bounces off the ground and everything. And so it's. And they're saying that it's COVID related because he did have a bout with COVID like previously. So it probably is like that he was out. Which is why I come back to my I'm about to make a little political statement here. Like, pay the college athletes. Yeah. So I guarantee you, if that boy can't play ball anymore, like he's probably gonna lose his scholarship and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna look out for you. Like when you're no longer any use to them, they're not gonna look out for you.
When I'm not used for you, exactly.
But it was it say he's doing well because he was in a coma at one point. He's out of the coma, like a medically induced coma. His family says that he's communicating with them now. So
okay, so
that's on the road to recovery. But the video was like disturbing.
Yeah, I can't imagine as a parent, like you're watching, you see your child collapse. Like,
this is a televised game too, so I'm sure like people are watching.
Yeah, that has to be the scariest thing in the world as a parent to see your child, to see that,
It reminds me of I don't know if you're old enough to remember Hank Gathers. He collapsed, a college player that collapsed on the court back in like 1990, I want to say.
I remember it being a big story. I remember because he had a heart.
Yeah.
condition.
And do you remember Reggie Lewis of the
Boston
Celtics? He collapsed on the court in '93. I want to say.
I remember that.
And then with Reggie, he didn't die right there. He maybe I think a couple weeks later is when he several weeks later, wasn't more than a couple. Like it was like a few weeks afterwards, like when he died. He had an irregular heartbeat, is what he was.
Okay.
With Reggie Lewis, But that's what this reminded me of. Like I thought about Hank Gathers, Reggie Lewis, like collapses on the court like that.
It's just scary, but.
And both of them died, so that's what I thought about. So I hope that Keontae survives.
I hope that this young man will be okay, because it's enough just going on right now. Just like I said, we just keep on like this whole COVID, everything with
2020 is fucking trash, man.
It is. And December is going by fast now. That's what I wrote that. I said after March through November lasting for 2 years, now December is speeding by, because like stuff that happened earlier this year, I'm like, wait, that was 2020. Like 20.
The longest year, like stuff that seemed to happen years ago, like happened this year.
Oh my gosh!
Stuff that seems like it was years ago, that was this year.
Like that was 2020. That didn't happen 2 years ago. Like damn. Like, what is up with this year? Like, why does this year feel so long? Like, it's just long and long.
To me, like, I forgot that it was this year when Illinois became a weed state. That was years ago. That was January 1st of this year. And I seemed like it was January 1st of like 18 or 19. It's like, no, January 1st of this year. It was like, it seems like that happened years ago when Illinois became a weed.
And then the January 1st also was the hike on the license plates. That was this year too. Because everybody was like,
got my plate, so that one seemed like it was this year. I just got mine in November. So that just happened. Mine just happened, my hike. So yeah.
We got our plates in August and October, I think our plates.
Just got mine. So
yeah, we got ours in August and October. So yeah. But I mean, it just seems like stuff just.
Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That seems like that
was like 3 years ago. Like,
that happened this in 2020.
That doesn't feel like it happened.
That was this year. Think about that shit.
That doesn't feel like 2020. And then like certain movies that came out this year, it's like that was this year. Like the World Troll, the Trolls movie, it came out this year. It's like that was this year. Yeah. Like that happened this year.
Bad Boys for Life was this year.
Right, that was this year. Yeah.
Yikes. What a long ass fucking year, man. The All-Star game seems like in Chicago seems like it was years ago. Yeah. That was like the last big thing before COVID hit. Like, yeah, that was the last really big like event, like to me, like before COVID. That seemed like that was years
hard. We was in Illinois. We was in Chicago. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Be like, what pandemic? Because like it was already shutting other countries down.
Right.
Like, in Asia, they've been wearing masks since last fall. They probably like coming up on a year and a half of masking and shit. Like they've been masking and shit.
Because I had a friend who was in China. Shout out Alfonso. He was in China teaching over there.
So he was masking up like.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Last September.
Because he was like, I'm sick of the nasal thing. Because he was like, he's like, I'm tired of getting these nasal tests. Like he's like, yeah, because he's back here now, but he was over there teaching. Yeah, but
he had another cousin that was in Paris. I want to say.
Yeah, Compton.
Yeah, I don't know if he's back or if he's still over there.
He's still over. He's still over there.
Yeah, so he stayed. Because a lot of people, they started the travel ban, especially like international travel. So a lot of people like started coming back, like when all of that started going down.
Because he's still learning, because with the fashion, because he's a designer, so he's at the heart of fashion. Like if you want to learn fashion, you got to be at Paris. You got to be there to like learn fashion. So
shout out Bruna Denise. We learned French from.
Enchanté.
Allez-vous. Je vais très bien. Merci à vous. That was funny. We took 8 years of that shit. I forgot most of it. So,
yeah. I don't really know most of it anymore.
But you want to shift gears a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
You got one. I don't know. I brought up most of the topics on this motherfucker.
Well, something that we can talk about. We can talk about these trifling parents. I said I want to go into here about trifling ass parents. We can go here.
What are we talking about?
Sophia Lane.
Okay, what happened?
Sophia Lane is mother to Vanessa Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That was
Vanessa
a big
Bryant's
story.
mother.
That's on my list. Yeah, I just forgot her.
Her mother, like her mother, her biological mother, not her play. This is her real mother.
Big article in People magazine. I got that right here. That article. It's funny.
So she basically
claimed to be her personal assistant and nanny for Kobe and Vanessa and their girls. Like the older ones when they were little. She was claiming.
Yes. Because she said that she was a personal assistant and a nanny, and she babysat her grandchildren. Who baby? My kids over at my mother-in-law's right now, and like not once do she be like, "Yeah, I'm babysitting." No, it's called being a grandparent. You're not babysitting your grandkids.
That's what Brian said. That shit too.
You're not. You're a grandparent. That's called.
What I hate about this story too is I hate when people put words in the mouth of dead people. I don't, because they're not here to give their side. Because like Sophia Lane, she claimed that Kobe promised to take care of her for the rest of her life. It's like, but we can't ask him and shit. So how do so I hate claims like this.
But my thing is, you ungrateful witch. I'm sorry, Vanessa, to call your mother an ungrateful witch, but
she's called her a lot worse right now.
But she is, because it's like, first of all, Vanessa stated that her whole time, we've always taken care of my mom. She's like, she's staying in one of our properties right now, rent free. She stays in one of our properties that we had, that me and Kobe had. And then
Vanessa is like, you think about, yes, I bet she's been a stay-at-home mom like her whole adult
life. Whole life.
She's never had a job. She's been married to Kobe Bryant.
She got married at 18.
So yeah,
she was a young girl when she got married, because she said, and she was
why would I need a nanny? I've been a stay-at-home mom.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I've always been a stay-at-home mom.
She's been a mother. She's been a stay-at-home mother.
And she said that Kobe and I we were always the primary caregivers for our children. Like, we never had like outside help like that. Like, she was like, why would we need that? Because I'm a stay-at-home mom.
And for the little ones, it's like they came after Kobe was retired. So it's like, so we were both at home then. It's like,
we both was at home.
Little ones, yeah. So we didn't need a nanny then either. It's like, because
they
were born after 2016, and that's when Kobe retired.
Right, and she said that it was maybe after. She said that during that time, she said that she maybe watched my older girls a handful of times, and then she said that I didn't have another baby until 2016. Mm-hmm. So from that little time until she said, then those few times she watched, and then she was like, I didn't have another kid until 2016.
Mm-hmm. Well, so she's there for like back pay and all that.
Back pay, because when she's trying to claim $96, what the hell kind of okay? Like I said, I have small children, so what nanny costs $96 an hour? I just want to know.
So let's do the math. $96 an hour, 12 hours a day for 18 years. Want to do that math? Let's do it.
You out of your damn mind.
How much she's trying to get?
Lady, you out of your damn mind is what I say.
So let's see, 96.
Now I want them to be on Judge Mathis, so Judge Mathis say you're a crackhead asking for that.
Well, and let's say it's 12 hours, so that's over $1,100 a day is what, yeah. Multiply that by I want to say 5 or 7. Or you want to do 5? Let's do 365. Let's make it a whole year.
Yeah, make it a whole year.
Fun times 365. So that's over $420,000 right there per year. Times 18. $7.5 million is like what she's claiming that Vanessa owes her.
And then she's saying for another $5 million for something. Then she's like, she wants a car, a Mercedes or something. Like, she's just asking for. And Vanessa is always taking care of her mother. Like, she's never like, And then I hate, and then for people, please smear you with the thing. Well, she's worth $600 million. Don't stop counting that lady's money. Get out of her business.
She was married to Kobe Bryant, not Sophia.
Stop counting that lady's money. Mind your damn business. First of all, she lost her husband and her child at the same damn time. She lost.
I'm sure, she's still grieving over that, which also happened this year.
Right. She lost 2 loves of her life at the same time. Her husband and her child. So please, just have a seat. Just sit this one out. whoever's saying, just sit this one out. Don't be like, well, she got this and she's been taking care of her mother. It wasn't like she just was like, hey, I married Kobe and I'm gone, deuces. Like, she didn't do that. Like, she always has taken care of her mom. Always. And then for her to do that, I just feel it was very ungrateful to do that, especially during this time when your child is grieving. As a mother, you need to be there for your child to help her through this because, like we said, she's still grieving the loss of her husband.
That was this year, that Kobe.
That wasn't even a year ago.
That was in January, when Kobe.
That was not even a year ago. That was 11 months ago.
Helicopter crash.
That was 11 months ago, so she's still grieving. So as a mom, you need to be there. As your mom, you should have moved in the house with her, and you should have been making her life as easy as possible. You should have been there, when she cries, you hold her, you hold your child, you hug her, you tell her you love her. You should have been there with her, making her feel better. You should have been there. You should not be being like, well, you owe me this. And it's just, money that's why I like the more money, more problems. Mm-hmm. That's a true song. It is, because it's like people, they just see like, oh, well, we got money, so all of our financial problems are solved, but it creates a whole nother
Poor people think that money is a solution to all of life's problems. Now, it solves your financial problems, but I always say if you were a shitty person when you didn't have money, you're just a shitty person with money now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is.
Absolutely. Because Steve Harvey is resting on that. He said, whatever kind of person you were before money is just going to enhance it. It's going to enhance who you are now that you have money. Like if you were a person who did drugs, now you can do more drugs.
Now you can buy Now you can buy Coke instead of crack. You can get the good drugs.
Right, now you can get the good shit and be high 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you were like a generous person where like you did charity work, now you can do more. Okay, now I started my foundation. Now I can really help out rather than, I was able to do like a couple little bags like this, but that's all I could afford to do, like doing $50 worth of help for people. Now I can do $50,000 worth of help for people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that money is going to do for you. It's just enhance who you are. So, I hope that Mama Lane or whatever, I hope that, well, let's hope
this is probably going to get thrown out unless she has receipts, like a la Judge Wapner, rest in peace. Unless she got receipts, like it's probably going to get thrown out.
I'm sure it is, but the fact that, you're creating this shit show, that's like my thing. So I hope that she gets visited like Scrooge by the ghost. I hope that something happens. I hope the ghosts come and get her.
The ghosts come and get her, yeah.
And then they show her, because it's like, don't try to lose. Like, you're trying to get money out of your daughter. Your relationship with your daughter is priceless. That's what's more than anything. It's more than anything. The fact that she's been
breaking you off, right? But like I said, people are greedy. If they want more, it's not enough. Yeah.
So have a seat, Miss Lane. And then, speaking of other parenting, like I said, I'm going to keep it my parenting thing.
Let's go.
Did you see T.I.?
No, I didn't see T.I. this time.
T.I. is T.I.ing again.
Last time we talked about T.I. is when he was checking the hymen. It's the last thing I heard about T.I.
Well, he's still in that realm because he did an interview with Little Duval. He did an interview recently.
So T.I. wasn't living his best life in this interview, is what you're saying?
No.
He ain't going back and forth with you ninjas.
So basically, in this interview, I think Lil Duval was saying something about where it's like it's different. Like, I can speak on this as somebody who grew up with all brothers, because I had all brothers, and Dad navigated you guys differently than he did me. And fathers are just like that with daughters.
Can I tell a story? You know a story I want to tell?
I know a story. Oh, yeah, you tell. Yeah, I know a story you're going to tell. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's like when I was, a younger guy in my early 20s.
Right.
Yeah. Hooked up with this young lady. I just met her that night, by the way. So this was like some first night smashing I was getting in. I took her up to the spot, which was like our old, we had our own business, and like, we still had the building. So I took her up there to like get it in. I get up there right when we about to like get comfortable, like Dad walked in on us, And I'm scrambling to get the hell out of there. I'm thinking that he's gonna blow up on me, but then he really just like, oh, carry on. He bounced and shit.
Kind of gave you like my boy. He kind of gave you that.
Yeah. Go back. Yeah, do you? Because like I said, the girl wasn't ugly too. She was very attractive. So no, he was like, okay, I see. It was like in Class Act when Duncan's father walked in on there with the titty and shit. Yeah, walked in. That's what it was like. Yeah, when and his father got pumped up and shit. Yeah, when he saw him with the titty. And shit. So then I remember telling you the story after. You were like, had that been me, you like went on a rant and shit.
Yeah, because it had been me with a young man, then it's like Dad would have probably tried to kill the young man. That's probably what would have happened.
Totally differently than him walking out.
Someone would have got arrested. That's all I'm saying. Someone would have been going to jail that day. Mm-hmm. But no. So T.I. was on Lil Duval was on T.I.'s podcast or whatnot. And then Lil Duval was saying that he does it different with his daughter and son. And then T.I. said that, yes, quality time with your daughters is thought prevention hours.
I heard something about T.I. and thought, so I didn't get the whole story, though. I did hear something about the thought talk, though.
Thought prevention? What?
So that's what it was about then. Okay.
And my thing is, T.I., you have a vocabulary, so you can find a better choice of words and say that. Just say, I'm spending quality time with my daughter because my daughter's, the first relationship that a daughter has of a man is of an image of a man with her father. So she has a positive image with her father, then she'll know what to project onto the man that's going to become her man later.
So you don't want her to become... And he had the perfect word. I don't want my daughter to be out here becoming promiscuous. Like, that's a good T.I. word.
Thank you. But thought prevention? That's the best you can come up with. Like, it was very offensive being like, thought prevention. Like, let's go here. First of all, man, it's like, let's stop with the whole thing about like only focusing on our daughters and stuff, because let's be real, your sons can have 5 babies in 1 year. Let's keep it real, because men can go and put seeds everywhere. Women, if a woman gets pregnant, they're pregnant for 9 months. So they're pregnant by one man for 9 months. Men can keep on going and spread it and spread it and spread it. Like I said, we have family members. Like I said, I ain't gonna call them out, but I know somebody who got 3 kids, who had 3 kids in 1 year.
He's a stone clown too, this family.
Yeah, he had 3 kids in 1 year. So, but you're not going to talk to your sons about them thotting, because like that's thotting to me. Like, you out there spreading your seed everywhere. But a girl, it's like, oh, it's like, I just want to remove that whole, that barbaric, archaic. It's just so outdated now. It's like, I want both of my children to make wise decisions about who they want to be around. I'm not just going to be like only with Ariana, like, yeah, Ariana and this and that, and then Khalil can just run wild. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to talk with both of them. Like, you guys have different things to look out for. My daughter, I'm going to have the daughter talk with her. As a Black woman in America, this is what it's going to be. My son, as a Black man in America, this is what's going to be. Your father can give more insight because I'm not a Black man. Your father can give more insight on that. I can give from a outside looking in, from like seeing what my brothers and my father, what you guys, experiences were from my side looking at y'all. But I mean, that just thought prevention hours. And the fact that you checked her hymen, like you said you were going to check her hymen, and it's like that's a wise tale. It's like you can break your hymen without having sex.
And you could have sex without breaking your hymen. It goes
exactly.
So just because you have an intact hymen doesn't necessarily make you a virgin.
You're a virgin. Or you could be doing A through Y and not Z. Like we said, you could be. Yeah, it's a lot of people who do A through Y. Yeah, it's not C.
Talking about thotting, yeah.
So, Mr. T.I. needs to have a C. I just had to bring up his whole diet. What you got?
Let's talk baseball. But neither one of us are big baseball fans. I can admit that.
I don't like baseball, but go ahead.
Baseball sucks, but let's talk baseball. Though.
I'll smile through it like
it's not. It's from a historic point of view.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Major League Baseball is officially recognizing the Negro Leagues as major leagues, like they just did that. He's going to add all the records to like the official Major League Baseball records. So like Willie Mays going to get more hits, like Satchel Paige, like he's going to get more added to his win total. So all of those records are being added to them.
Yes, it's about damn time. Because Negro League opened when, 1920, I think?
20, and then Jackie Robinson, 42, right? Was 42? Was it, what year did Jackie Robinson get into the majors?
I know it was the 40s. I can't remember.
47, I forget what year.
I know it was in the 40s because I did watch the movie. I did watch it.
But yeah, it was just Negro Leagues like during that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Which it makes you like think about integration and like how integration was kind of it was a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's just like with how black owned businesses, like we talk about now, like with how come it's not more black ownership, like say you got Jordan, you got Magic, it's not a lot of black ownership in sports, like, but all those Negro League teams, those are black owned and all this. So but once the integration happened, the Negro Leagues went away. So I'm glad they're getting their recognition.
Yeah.
But wish they could have survived because they have that black ownership.
Yep. And we have another outlet for people to play at. Like, okay, if you didn't do MLB or what's the other one?
MLB is the big one, yeah.
MLB is the big one, yeah. So now it's like now you have another option there.
Mm-hmm. It's just like how Ice Cube started the Big Three.
Big Three, I like that, yeah.
Black owned, so I like, yeah.
I like that, getting options, Mm-hmm. Everybody ain't going to be NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think about out of all the dope ball players that we've known personally, you can only think of one that made it.
One cat that I consider friends, yeah.
That you know personally. That
we grew up in Chicago. Chicago's a hooping town. I know one cat personally. Like, it's been a lot of Chicago cats that have made the league, but as far as like somebody could say I consider a friend is one. It's like Nazir Muhammad is the only one.
Right, one. You have one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Especially the era we came up in, it's like all of every park in the city, like the court would be like packed.
Park.
They're packed in Black
Washington Park.
Washington Park, Jesse Owens, all of them will be packed, like all of the
Marquette Park.
Yeah.
Marquette. That's what their girls play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like all of the hood parks were like packed back in the day, and then out of all of that, it's like Nazir is the only one that I know that made.
I don't know anyone personally. That I can think of.
Smith Park was the one they played Bells by Kenwood. I think that was the one. Well, I sucked at it, but yeah, Nazir. If you want to see me get my ass kicked, come out to that one. Yeah.
Maybe some of my people knew Quinn Richardson, who went to Whitney Young, because he did go to
Quinn Richardson. And then I know people that knew Twan. Like, I didn't go to Mount Carmel, so I didn't know Twan.
Yeah, because Marcus was like, he was like a big deal because, like, even though like he's older than us or wherever there, like, he was a big deal because he would come back to the school. He would come back to Mount Carmel. He would come back. So Marcus like it was a big deal when Twan would come back to the school. So yeah.
Who's some other famous Chicago hoopers? And then, like, before my time, like Nick Anderson was before. Mm-hmm. Benji was before me.
Benji, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the name of my guy? Hot Rod knows Jabari Parker. There's one, yeah. Shout out Hot Rod. He's friends with Jabari. So I'm thinking about people that I know that are friends with Chicago hoopers. Yeah, Rod's like homies with Jabari.
I know a few people that know Anthony Davis. Some people that know Anthony Davis.
I don't know.
It's a couple people I know who know.
No AD.
Yeah, a couple people I know AD. Couple. But like I said, it's not a lot. Like when you actually like break down the.
Then way before our time, you want to go way back. Then you got Isaiah Thomas, like the OGs, like that. It's like we go way back in time. Like,
I'm kidding. We don't claim him. I'm kidding. All the bad boys.
Probably the greatest hooper from Chicago. I would say it might be him. Like we name like like who's the greatest, like who's the GOAT from each city. Like Isaiah might be Chicago. There's been some dope hoopers.
I
might take the top spot. Yeah,
I can't accept him after what he did to us. I can't accept him.
Isaiah is probably the GOAT as far as like Chicago hoopers.
He's still mad that Mike took his city for him. That's why he's mad.
But it's a lot of reasons he's mad at Mike and shit.
Mike took his city for him. Because Chicago is Jordan. Like, we love Jordan here in Chicago. We love Jordan, so.
Cat's still holding on to that, yeah. So it's funny talking basketball with cats like our age is like they still 1997. And
Jordan.
Mike wouldn't have done that. Like Mike hasn't played for the Bulls in almost 25 years. He hasn't played in the NBA in almost 20 years. Like, what are we talking about?
Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go.
Cool from a historical perspective, but to compare like what cats are doing now to like what cats did then is like knock it off.
It's not. It's apples and oranges. You can't compare the two because it's two different eras, so you can't compare.
And cats now are still building their legacies, but like Jordan's legacy is set.
It's set.
It's like other cats now, like you don't know where they're gonna end up. So like let's just see how it all plays out before. That's my whole thing. Yeah.
Kid now that's in kindergarten could be the GOAT. But we just don't know yet. They could be the GOAT.
Or even some young hooper right now that's about to enter high school. It was like he could be like the GOAT in like a decade. We could be talking about. Yeah.
Exactly.
You really don't know. Like, so let's just see how it plays out.
I got a little athlete on me, like Khalil. Khalil gonna cover y'all. Y'all gonna know Khalil in like about 15 years. Y'all gonna know him, my baby, in 15 years. But
could be somebody in the league now. We don't know where Zion's going to end up. Like, but you really don't know. Like with these young cats, Ja Morant, we really don't know what's going to happen with these young cats. Yeah. So it's Luka. Like, we really don't know. Like, yeah, let's see what happens. And let's talk NBA. Fuck it. Since like season kicks off on 22nd, that'd be Tuesday. Tuesday, I think, is the official kickoff of the regular season.
22nd, yeah. So preseason ended, or about to end, or whatnot.
I think it ends today, or whenever you.
Yeah, it does because the Bulls play. Who they play?
I don't know.
OKC again, I think.
I think
they play somebody again.
I want to say they play. I think you had it right. Yes, the Thunder. And
they destroyed them that other game I watched. But there's nobody on the Thunder. I was like, who's on their team? Thunder. Like, who's on their team? Because everybody literally is gone. Everyone that was on that team is gone. But even
Aquaman, Schroeder, like they all like got moved to like better teams, like all of that.
Everybody's gone.
Phoenix is gonna become a better team because Phoenix sucked last year, but I think Chris Paul makes them legitimate.
Chris Paul, he's a game changer. He is. He's a game changer. And Chris Paul showed
make the playoffs with Chris Paul.
And he showed that he still has it. He still has something in the tank. He showed that last year. It's like, okay, Chris Paul still got it.
The best player now is probably Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I would say is probably OKC's best player. A second best, you got me on that one. Even Gallinari left. Like, that's right. He went to Atlanta. Even he left.
Marcus and I, we were watching the game. We were like, wait, who are these guys? And we were like, who are these guys?
I can think of off the top of my head.
We had no idea. We
were best. Yeah, like, that's funny. Who's the best player on each NBA team? That's hilarious. At least the Bulls, we know it's Zach LaVine. Because other than that, I wouldn't be able to name like who was the best if Zach wasn't on the Bulls. Was it Kobe White? I don't know. Like, who would it be?
I like the potential where I'm seeing Kobe White this year. It seems like he's
They giving him the keys to the They giving him the keys. He's gonna run the point this year. They got rid of Chris Dunn.
And it seems like
Satoransky is trash. He's not playing. It's like he's not gonna start. At least he's not gonna.
It seems like he's settling into that. It seems like he's taken ownership. Like, okay,
it's his job to lose. That's basically what Coach Donovan is telling him. Hey, I'm giving you the keys. It's yours to lose now. They basically say you are the point. Whereas last year it's kind of like, is it Satoransky? Is it Dunn? Is it White? It was like, but now it's like you're the point guard. It's like, so is yours.
He looked confident out there, and surprise, whatchamacallit looked pretty good in preseason. Like he was. Williams, he looked good. Like he looked, he looked good out there. Like, I mean,
might
he was
be a quality pick because I didn't shit on the pick per se, I mean, my reaction when he got, I was like, who? That was like my reaction. I never heard of the dude. Yeah. So like I didn't shit on it. I was just like, who? This is the
he might be
Williams. I was like, who?
He might be a 3-and-D. That's what they were saying. They were like, he might be a good 3-and-D because like he was out there making plays and he was making smart decisions and he was like the important thing about a rookie is he wasn't looking like he was afraid to play. Like he was going and making these plays and just getting out there, getting into it. Like he wasn't like, timid with the ball or whatever.
Should the Bulls play small ball this year? Because I kind of like well, I would have to figure out who they would start at the 5. Like, but I kind of like the lineup of Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, and Otto Porter. I like those 4 together on the floor, like from what I've seen in preseason. So that would put either Williams or Porter at the 4, and like they would be like play a little small ball action. Now you put Laurie or Wendell Carter. Either one of them will play center. Like you got to see which one is better. Like if you want to go small ball.
Wendell was looking pretty good. Like I said, when I saw him, he was looking pretty good.
Yeah, there's good moments and there's bad moments.
I was watching. He looked pretty good. And then I like Gafford. I think Gafford's a good energy guy for the second unit. I really like Gafford's energy because he's really like I think he just needs to be polished. I think that he's a diamond in the rough. I think he is. So I want to see him basically leading that second unit. I want to see him just making those plays. So I'm excited about the season.
We got 2 big games going down Tuesday opening night. See what we got. It's like 2 big games. You got the Warriors and Nets. It's KD facing his old team for the first time. I like that. And then you got the Battle of LA, Clippers, Lakers.
Okay.
So the Lakers, like, cause remember that was supposed to be the big matchup last year, but then the Clippers, like, they choked. Yeah, that was supposed to be the Western Conference Finals. Then Denver said, no, not today. Like, which Mutombo like got drafted by Denver. It's funny I said that. That's a team draft.
And I called it. I said Denver was going to win that series. I called that. I did call that. I said Denver's going to win.
They were up, even when the Clippers were up 3-1, it still felt like they weren't in control.
I said Denver is going to win.
Denver, even when the Clippers were up.
I said Denver's going to
win. They one of the infamous teams that gave up a 3-1. They made that list now. Like they gave up a 3-1 because they were up 3-1, and then the Nuggets came back, spanked that booty. So that should be a fun game, seeing the Lakers, had a little championship celebration and all that. Raise the banner number 17. It should be fun. Yeah. And that first game is like I want to see that Nets Warriors. That's going to see KD at first is the Warriors for the first time.
I think it's going to be some.
I want to see KD and Draymond going it.
I think it's going to be. I think KD is going to dunk hard, and he's going to give one of these. Not that way. He just walks up like, what? I think he's going to be.
Draymond's going to fuck with him. You already know that.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck with him.
If I'm going to fuck with you as a person, it's Draymond Green.
That's going to happen.
He just antagonizes people. He does. Draymond.
Wolves don't play their first game till Wednesday. They play the Hawks. I like it.
Yeah.
Trae Young. I like it. And you get a couple of former Bulls that are with Atlanta now. Chris Dunn and Rondo are like both. A couple of former Bulls back in Chicago. Yeah. They with the Hawks now.
Keep watching. I know the kids are gonna be like, "Mommy, basketball's back." Yes, basketball's back on. In our house, we watch basketball. That's what we watch basketball.
Yeah. That's why everything went so fast. Because it seems like the finals just happened. And then the draft, it seemed like the draft just happened like a week ago. Like it seemed like that just happened. And then
the Lakers have won the NBA championship. It was like that. And then it's like, okay, now preseason.
It was like NBA draft. Then like 2 days later, it's like, it's on free
agency.
Then a week after that, it's like, it's a preseason. Then 2 weeks after that, it's like, regular season starts. Like, that off season. That off season was the quickest off season ever. Yeah.
My head is like,
the draft wasn't even a month ago. I think the draft was like the same week as Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. So like the draft wasn't even a month ago, and now the season's
I think it was.
Yeah, I don't even think the draft like a month ago. Yeah, and now we already about to have regular season. 72 games this year. Like they giving them a little bit. So you want to cut down on the back-to-backs. They trying to get the schedule back on time. So for the 2021-2022 season, hopefully they can get things back to normal. So they said, okay, like 72 games. There's going to be some back-to-backs, but it's going to cut down.
But not as many, yeah.
Try to get a whole 82, you're going to have a shitload of back-to-backs.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be injuries everywhere.
And then not only that, but everybody's going to be pulling Kawhi Leonard and load management. There's going to be a lot of that going on.
And then these guys, the B team playing, the C team playing. That's what you're going to have when you do load management.
And you want to talk about black men getting their money, man? There's some big contract extensions. We talked about Giannis. I don't think we talked about Giannis. I think that happened after we recorded.
Shout out Mike Love for the
love that one. Yeah, Mike Love.
I'm not going anywhere.
Milwaukee said super max. Yeah, he said no, you're not going nowhere.
Not only they didn't throw a bag, they threw a whole damn. They threw duffel bags, they threw Chanel bags, they threw Birkin bags.
Birkin at his ass. That's what
they threw. Louis Vuitton. They threw everything at him.
They played that Erykah Badu song. Pack light. It's like, yeah, he was the bag man and shit. That's what he was.
Sandwich bags, they threw every type of bag.
Sandwich bag, ladies.
Grocery bags, they threw everything. Because when he get 200 and what?
It's the richest contract in NBA history, if I'm not mistaken.
Basically, he's getting like $46.5 million a year for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
46.5.
4 years are guaranteed. Last year he has a player option, but like 4 years of guaranteed money. The first 4 of it.
Okay, so maybe I do want Khalil to play basketball.
And you saw what earlier today, like as we recorded this, you saw what Rudy Gobert got.
Yes, Marcus just told me about that.
He got like you ain't because like they gave him up. He got over $200 million.
He getting like $41 million a year. He getting like 41.
Mm-hmm. I think he got 205. I want to say so. It was like
he getting like 41.
Same type of deal. 4 years guaranteed, 5-year deal. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So these cats ain't playing. Yeah, it's like think about who's coming to Utah. So like, if you get good players, you keep them. They just extended Donovan Mitchell last year.
Oh, yeah, he got
now like Rudy Gobert is like, okay, yeah. Because like nobody's said no one ever like I want to sign. I'm taking my talents to
Salt Lake City.
Taking my talents to Salt Lake City. Said no one ever and shit. Who signed that? But Bogdanovich signed that last year. Nobody signs there.
Where is in Utah?
That's the only free agent I can think of somebody that recently signed. And most of their players are either like drafted or traded there. Like nobody signs there.
Besides the Jazz, what is in Utah? I'm being honest. Like I'm not being funny.
Polygamy.
I'm gonna say Larry David,
the Jazz and polygamy is all they got in Utah. Jazz and polygamy. That's what they know them for.
Polygamy. But I'm like, what? But these guys are, whoo.
But a lot of people, I've been looking at my basketball community, my online community. You know, I'm part of some of those groups. Yeah, mm-hmm. A lot of people saying that Gobert got overpaid. I'm like, who the fuck is signing there though? So they say, okay, we got good players. We're gonna keep our players. Like it's not like we're gonna be able to replace them. Yeah. So you got to overpay when you're in a market like Utah. With the Lakers, you can cut corners. Like Miami is like like people want to come there. Yeah.
You got room to negotiate. You can work out deals. You can haggle a little bit.
And Utah has made the playoffs like for a while now. They've been good. Yeah. So they not like their playoff team. I wouldn't call them a contender per se, but in the playoffs every year, like especially is deep. Yeah, they make it every year. So.
They're perennial playoffs. Like during the time when like some years back, like when Atlanta were like they were like that in the East. Like Atlanta would make the playoffs every year. They weren't contenders.
I guess Gobert will be like their Al Horford from that team.
Yeah, every year they make it. They may make it to the second round. They might. Usually they might go out first round, but they might make it to the second round on a chance. But you know they're going to get bounced in the second round. But they're not going to make it to the conference finals. But
especially with the two LA teams.
Yeah, no, not
but with the Clippers. So, but especially like those are probably the two best teams out west of the LA.
Yeah.
because Denver, they're still good, but they lost a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they lost Jaren Grant, they lost Plumlee, like they lost a few players. But
the Warriors had the injury, like Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay like killed their momentum. They're still a playoff team, but I don't think the Warriors are a contender. So I had the Warriors right back in my top 5, like before the Klay Thompson injury.
Right.
I was like, people forget about the Warriors. Said like some of the LA teams, like Warriors up there. I have Miami in the East. It's it's like in my top 5. I had the Warriors before that injury happened. Mm-hmm. I like Philadelphia. I like Boston. It's some good basketball.
Yeah.
And unless barring an injury or unless a team totally collapses, I don't see the Bulls as a playoff team this year.
I see them peaking in.
Yeah.
I see them peaking in. Because it's some competition now in the East. It is competition now.
My 8 now out East is Miami, Boston, Philadelphia, the Nets, the Pacers. Milwaukee. Thanks. Yeah. The money, man. Yeah.
Don't forget about Giannis. The money.
The money, man. Yeah. Also, I have what do I have my last 2? I got to pull it up. I had Washington, like I think with Westbrook, they're a playoff team now, the Wizards. And one more team I was forgetting about. I was like, the East is kind of did I say Boston? Toronto, thank you. Yeah. Toronto.
Yeah, I had to think. I was like Toronto? Yeah.
They still even though they lost Ibaka and Gasol, they still got Lowry, they still got Siakam, they still got Rockford's Fred VanVleet, who got the bag as well too. He signed his contract. Yeah.
All right, Fred, get your money. Fred
got his bread. Fred got his bread. Yeah.
Fred got his bread.
Because he signed a nice little extension. Yeah, so I was like, okay, look at Fred. And he was undrafted. Like Fred was like, he's lucky to be in the league, and now he got the bag.
I think which McCarr is going to be low key a sleeper. Detroit, they're going to be a sleeper.
Detroit is going to be like peeking in. Atlanta is going to be peeking in.
I think that those 3 are going to be peaking. Detroit, Chicago, and Atlanta. They're going to be the ones that are going to be kind of like we on the cusp. Like I think that those teams are on the cusp of it. Like not there yet, but you're building towards something.
Mm-hmm. But like we see how the NBA is, like these small markets, like I said, like Milwaukee and Utah is like if you get especially if you get an MVP like Milwaukee, you keep him. It's like you keep his ass. And we still don't know what the hell is going to happen with James Harden because I don't think it's going to work out with the Rockets. Like the relationship's already bad.
It's already broken.
Yeah, it was a rumor out there about Philadelphia and Ben Simmons, but I kind of like what Philly has. I don't know if you swap out Harden for Simmons, Simmons for Harden. Like I don't know how I feel about that.
And they're talking about Harden's weight. They're saying how he looks. It's like he's at game.
Yeah. He was hanging out with Pepper Lou. That's what. Yeah. I want to see what.
That's the quarantine weight. So I mean, he just quarantined a little.
It's the Corona belly he got. Yeah.
Yeah. Because somebody posted a meme with him, and then they had with the Popeyes chicken boxes and of him running into the hole, trying.
Popeyes chicken sandwich. There we go. He OD'd on them chicken sandwiches.
You know, like the other meme, they said a few years ago, in 10 years ago, if you ate the Popeyes chicken sandwich, you may be entitled to. You have mesothelioma. I
saw somebody was it Red that posted about the fucking the vaccine.
The vaccine, yeah.
The correlate between 2020 and 2021. Call this number. You may be entitled to this month because they did rush that vaccine.
Charles William Pitt, he's going to be representing those cases. Hi, I'm William Pettis, representing.
I'm William Pettis. Let's check out West to see what we got there. Because I said we named the 8 East teams. Oh, yeah, we going on to basketball. I said all of my stories, so we're going to talk basketball now. I don't know if you got any more, but I gave all of mine. We're going to talk basketball right now, damn it, to close this out. Okay, what I say? I had the Celtics, the Nets, the Sixers, the Raptors, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Heat and the Wizards. That's what I have is the 8 East playoff teams. And then, like I said, you got on the outside looking in, like Detroit, Atlanta, possibly Chicago. Orlando might be hanging around. I don't know.
I always forget about Orlando. I always forget about them.
Everybody does, but don't feel bad.
I guess they don't have Magic because I forget about them all the time. I do. I'm like, not trying to be mean.
And then out west, let's take a look at it.
The Lakers.
Lakers, Clippers, Denver, Portland, Utah, Golden State, Dallas. And now it gets interesting. Who's the 8th seed? Is it Houston? Is it Phoenix? Like 8 is gonna be interesting. Yeah.
What about the Pelicans?
New Orleans, yeah, Zion. So is it Zion? Is it John Wall, or is it Chris Paul? Like one of them.
With the Pelicans too. We got whatchamacallit ball. Is he in the
Lonzo? Brandon Ingram, who just got the bag as well. He signed his extension. So yeah, they Ingram ain't going nowhere. He just signed his. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So they got a nice little squad in New Orleans. Yeah. Memphis, Ja Morant is gonna get better. Him and Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, they're gonna West gonna have a lot of teams peeking in. They're gonna have a lot of them. Because I got peeking in. I have Memphis, New Orleans. I have Phoenix.
I think whatchamacallit is my low-key, high-key dark horse. Dallas is my dark horse. I'm riding the Maverick. I'm riding the Maverick.
Riding the Maverick like Max.
I am. That's my low-key dark horse.
I should. I wonder if that's crazy. I wonder if they could use that shit, ride the Maverick, yeah. It's like Fear the Deer and shit, yeah.
So they should have Maxine Shawnee, like...
Ride the Maverick. Her picture on the shirt, like...
I'm riding with them because I think that they are Dallas is a team that LeBron, you are a favorite to repeat. Lakers probably will repeat.
They always unless barring major changes.
Yeah.
You always got to go with the champs. The major changes either the championship team gets worse, a lot of Bulls in '98 when Jordan retired, or something happens to another team they get better, like when LeBron and Chris Bosh took their time at South Beach. I'll say that put Miami as a favorite ahead of the Lakers, even though the Lakers were defending champs. Something like that has to happen for otherwise I'll say you got to go with the defending champs as a favorite too.
Well, I think that the Lakers and the Clippers, while y'all are out there duking and trying to figure out who's the best in the West and saying, it's the Battle of LA, y'all need to be watching Dallas. Y'all need to be watching Dallas. Y'all need to, because I think they're going to have
Dallas and Denver are going to be there
D&D. D&D, Dallas and Denver. Y'all need to be watching them. And Utah. Utah is they out here
they got Rudy, they got Donovan. They don't got scrubs. Yeah, they got some talent. Yeah.
And whatchamacallit, another one's you forgot about us. Damian Lillard,
yeah,
we here too. We here too.
They improved. He still can play. Carmelo, he's with them. You know? He resigned, so he proved that he I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. He Richard Pryor did.
He said to Ice Cube, I don't need to join the Big Three, not yet. Maybe in 3 years. Yeah. But right now,
still got some NBA years left.
I still got NBA left. Maybe in about 3 years he can go to the Big Three. Probably 3-4 years.
I really also surprised, I guess, because they were the team that took a chance on them. So you loyal to who you look out for, who looks out for you. I thought he might do some ring chasing, sign up, go to the Lakers or something like that. But nah, he said, no, I'm cool in Portland. I'm gonna resign. He stayed on with Portland. So I was yes, because they were the only team that looked out for him. Nobody else would give him a job. They gave him. And he proved that he still can play. Because he played his ass off in that bubble. Yeah.
And we know what that did to him. It basically breathed life into him.
Because we talked about that on the podcast. Is Carmelo's career over? We talked about that probably last year at the time we were talking about.
Detroit breathed life into Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose has been looking solid in Detroit. He's been looking good. He's been looking damn good. Detroit, they breathed life into him.
Chris Paul in OKC, he proved that he's not washed up. Yeah, the That's why I'll say Phoenix has a good shot at getting that 8th seed because of how he played in OKC last year. I think they got a good shot at it.
Isn't Devin Booker there?
D Book and Paul. That's a nice backcourt.
Yeah. Because I was like, it's a Devin Booker. I'm trying to remember all the who's where.
Chris Paul and D Book. That's possibly the best backcourt in the league. I'm trying to think who would be the best backcourt. I still like Dame and CJ. It would be the Splash Brothers if Westbrook was healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Clay was healthy, it would be them.
Without injuries, the Splash Brothers run circles around everybody. Every backcourt, they run circles.
Yeah, but Chris Paul and D Book bad. Yeah.
Come on, Zach and Kobe. Let's hype them up. Come on, Zach and Kobe.
Zach is he's proven he's the truth.
Zach is there. Yeah. But
Kobe White is going to be a very important year for him.
This is
Here's the thing about all of the Zach LaVine haters out there, because I see a lot of them in my timeline saying that they need. I was like, no, I always say the same thing. Without him, these last couple of years would have been unwatchable with the Bulls. Without him,
absolutely,
he's the one reason that one player to get excited about the last 2 or 3 years. But y'all dumbasses talking about trading him. He's the only reason this team is not unwatchable. So
trade him for what? For who?
You just want to rebuild forever and shit. It's like I said, when you we talked about with Milwaukee, with Utah, when you get a good player, you hold on to them.
You hold on.
Good players don't grow on trees and shit.
And you make them happy.
And good players attract other good players. LeBron and them don't go to Miami if Wade is not there. It's you attract other good players and shit. Yeah, when you have good players.
And no shade. You think they would have went for Udonis Haslam? No shade. No shade.
Udonis Haslam and fucking Michael Beasley. They're not going there.
Jones.
Come on. Yeah. Come on.
They're not whipping them.
With LaVine is he averaged what, I think 26 last year. He averaged a lot, yeah. But the last Bull that averaged that many points was
Rose.
Michael Jordan.
I was going to say Jordan, but I didn't want to go back that far. I was like, Rose.
No ballers averaged over 25 points since Jordan. So you get a player that's good, you hold on to him. But y'all want to trade the dude. Nobody says Jordan has averaged this many points in the league.
I was like, Derrick Rose had to have done it. I was like, Derrick Rose had to have done it, but.
I think Rose is around 23 or something like that, his average.
He probably just missed it, yeah.
Yeah, but Zach is 26. No ball since Jordan has averaged that many points again. So there that is. I'm just saying.
Numbers don't lie. People do. I always say that.
So yeah, it's a good player. You are talking about building a contender is I said the draft. The reason why they call the draft lottery a lottery. There's a lot of luck involved, yeah.
It is.
Look at all the draft busts that went at the top. Anthony Bennett, Markelle Fultz, Kwame Brown. There's been a lot of busts at the top, yeah.
Olo Candy.
Olo Candy, thank you, yeah. Sam Bowie, Greg Oden. There's been a lot of busts at the top of this draft. Who else? Some of our Bulls busted. Marcus Fizer. Eddie Curry, it's been some
not Pfizer, not the medical company. This is a different Pfizer.
It's a scrub that played for the Bulls in the early 2000s. He was drafted number 4th overall and was terrible, yeah. But that's when you play the lottery, that's what happens. Is sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. That's why if you have good players, you hold on to them. The Bulls are lucky they got LaVine because they traded. He was part of the Jimmy Butler trade. Once again, you have a good player. You just gave him away. You're lucky you got another good one back because it doesn't always work out like that.
Eventually, you're going to crap out. You keep on rolling dice. You keep on, let's try again. Let's try again. Now you got snake eyes. And now you're looking dumb with your snake eyes.
You can't just rebuild forever. Because then you're the Sacramento Kings. How long they've been rebuilding since the Chris Webber era. And they had a good player. Once again, they had Boogie, traded him away for nothing pretty much. You have good players and you trade them away. I think he got Buddy Hield back for him, and now they trying to trade him, I think. Yeah, so I think he was part of the Boogie trade. I think Buddy Hield was, yeah. And now so you can't – they've been rebuilding since about 2006. So, yeah. You can't just rebuild forever. That's what I'm saying.
Next year is our year. No. Okay, next year is our year. Okay, next year is our year. Because then you become that guy with next year being your year every year.
When you lose your fan base, is a wrap, man. So like the perpetual rebuilding, you kill off your fan base. And it's already like me and you might be the last two Bulls fans out there now, at least a year. Rest in peace to Salik, who's watching from heaven.
Was like the biggest Bulls fan ever. Like biggest ever. So.
But it's not that many of us that talk about Bulls basketball anymore. Maybe Feast, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something there. There's not that many of us left. So yeah, you kill your fan base off like when you perpetual rebuild. Imagine if this rebuild goes on another 5 years. I might not be watching it then. Like I might give up on them by then. It's like they still suck 5 years later. Like, eventually, yeah, you lose your fan base. Like all those fans that were watching when Rose and that team was here, like probably like 75 to 80% of those fans have stopped watching. Like you kill your fan base off. You can't just suck forever, man. Come on. But I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Had to go on a rant about the Bulls.
Our favorite rants are about the Bulls.
Absolutely, because it's a lot to rant about. They suck. It's a lot to rant about. You know, they said they got some promise. We'll see what happens. They got a real coach. They got a real front office now. We'll see what happens with the young guys. Like I said, the Kobe Whites of the world. I'm really keeping an eye on him. And the rookie Patrick Williams. I'm keeping an eye on him.
With the get a job. For getting hired.
That's right there. The Pelicans hired him as a scout. So hopefully he doesn't poison that organization.
Why?
Because y'all are doing damn good down there. Like y'all lost the star with Davis, but got good value back for him. You got Ingram. You got first round picks. You got Lonzo. Hopefully can like develop. It's like y'all got quality back for AD. So we'll see what happens with them. But appreciate each and every one of you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast, episode 186. If you want to support us further, you can like our Facebook fan page. Give that a like. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. We're talking about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey.
Also your Amazon Alexa devices. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, you want to see what we look like, let's get it together like this. There we go. And you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. If you like 90s and 2K classics, check out The Bomb at ozradio.net.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.